Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Great American Race. This is my qualifying lap for the iRacing special event Daytona 500 that ran last weekend, and it was awesome. The whole race was awesome. Not to mention I gained a full safety rating point and like 100 or 50 iRating or something. For a qualifying lap, we spent the first lap just staying high and on the outside to keep as much momentum as possible. And then the second lap, we're taking all that. We are going down to the bottom. And then as we come out of the corners, we drift up a little bit, and that helps our entry and just helps so we don't have so many choppy steering inputs. We try and keep it as smooth and on the bottom line as possible. Shorten the track, that's what we want to do. I should have came out a little bit there, but it was fine. We're staying on the line, coming into the tri-oval. We cross the start-finish, boom, P2. Front row for the Daytona 500. We'd love to see it. Nothing better. Alright, here we are, coming to the green. Front row. I got people behind me. I got people beside me. It's go time. Get a okay run. I lose a couple spots here. I think like 3 or 4, but that's fine. It's a long race. We got plenty of time. The line behind me is starting to form up. It was really strung out to start the race, which isn't ideal at all. But we're still on the top line, and people are wrecking. That's why we're all taking our time. Let's go ahead and take a look at the wreck. So here we are in the front. The 6 dropped down and killed our line. We had nothing. The 8 going through the infield. The 13 just kills this guy. And we make it the 5. We make it almost through the first turn. Everyone almost made it through the first turn before there was a wreck. But that's it. No one's like killed too bad. I mean, you know, people hit the wall, but it wasn't the end of the world. Because of that, I lost a couple spots, and I'll be starting 4th or 5th this next restart. Here we are, coming to the line. I'm 4th right behind the OnlyFans car. And the inside line gets a pretty good start. I mean, they're in control of the restart. I don't get a great start, but with the draft, I catch back up. We're already going 3 wide right after the start finish. And the OnlyFans car drops down to the inside, so I am the lead car on the outside. And we're going to hold it like this for a while. I love even the iRacing sounds. The 6 tries to come up, kind of sketchy. The iRacing sound and just the pack flying by. Oh, and like the real life noise. That might be my favorite noise in all of motorsports. Just super speedways. The entire pack flying by the camera. Sounds so sick. So anyway, we've fallen back to about 6 because the outside line doesn't really have any momentum. The 11's doing a really good job of pushing me. But we just don't have the momentum built up yet. We made it a full lap without a caution this time, which is always a plus. I kind of get loose, pick it up a little bit. The 11's smart, he just follows right behind me. It's a long race. It's a long, long race we have to go. I am looking to get into the bottom line. Like, I want into the bottom line so bad. My spotter clears me, and I get turned around. It really wasn't the worst wreck. Except I get hit in the back there because everyone's going around. But yeah, my spotter cleared me. Let's take a look at the cockpit cam. But I was told I was clear. I went down. I wasn't clear. That's on me. There I am driving through the grass just trying to avoid everyone. So here's their cockpit cam. We're just falling behind. I'm really trying to get into this inside lane. It's just the place to be. My spotter clears me. I go down. That guy, number 29, he puts his nose in, which, I mean, I can't blame him. It's my fault. I was cleared, but, like, you can only see so much. He had to run. I should have seen it coming, but I didn't. So, we caused a massive wreck, which is always a good time. And, like, that wreck was my fault at the end of the day. Kind of a Riley Herbst situation. The spotter's clearing him, and so he goes. and he gets wrecked, and that's just how it is. It really wasn't the worst wreck in the world. I go ahead, take it to the pits. It's not worth, like, it's more worth it to get your damage fixed than to wait and drop to the back of the line than to wait for the pit road to open, because you lose like 2 minutes of time, which is like, that's, if you can get an extra 2 minutes, you're going one less lap down under caution, which is a lot. So that's important. So I just take her in, and we'll skip the pits because that's boring. No one wants to watch that. Although this second pit stall, this is very nice to have. So I take off from the pits. We're 2 laps down at this point. They're on 1 to go, coming around the end of the backstretch. So I get as much damage as I can done, and then I take off, hoping to catch the back of the pack and not go another lap down. I still have quite a bit of damage to take care of. Actually, if I remember correctly, it was only like a minute and a half or something. So if there's one more caution, I could get it done. We go ahead. We're coming out of 4 here. And they're going green about right now. So I've got a pretty good run up to the line. I'm going to catch up. You can hear them going past. And here I come all by myself. I did slow up a little bit, which was probably my biggest mistake, because I wasn't exactly sure how much of a run I'd have on these guys, and I didn't want to like just jump everyone. But I do that, and I find myself out of the draft pretty quick, which is less than ideal. And this is how we run for a long time. Solo laps, we're hot lapping. So my damage was a lot worse than I had realized, so I'm deciding to take it in, get it worked on a little bit more, just because it wasn't good enough that I could like run on it, you know? And I make a mistake here. I forget to turn off my tires, so I burn through a set of tires on like 2 laps. But that's fine, I guess. And then I do something else I do about every time I go into the pits. I go through, and I overshoot it. And I have to back up. And so we do our pit stop. And here they come. This is putting me 3 laps down, which isn't the end of the world, and we're just getting more damage taken care of. So we go 1 more lap down. I believe we're 3 laps down at this point, and I just decided I got all my stuff done. I only went down an extra lap. It was worth it. And we're coming out. You can't see the lead pack yet. I thought I was going to get black flagged for being on the double yellow, but I'm glad I didn't. And we just began our solo lap career. We're going. We're dinged up a little bit, but, you know, if you squint, it's mint. That's what we're talking about. Ah, beautiful car. Who designed that? Oh, I did. That's right. It's a great car. Alright. The lead pack is caught up to us. I'm 4 laps down at this point. And I stay high. I let them by. I'm not trying to mess anything up. So that was me going on to lap 11, and then they went on to lap 15. So I was only 3 laps down until then. And my goal is I'm just going to hop down into their draft and stick with them. And just survive as long as I can. Hopefully get some cautions to get my laps back. But they had a lot more speed than I did, and I kind of fell out of their draft. But there's another second pack coming. No big deal. I mean, I'm laps down anyway, you know. So we go ahead. We're just running our laps. And there's the second pack behind me. Just me. I'm like splitting the packs now. Number 8 from before, he's just coming out of the pits. And we keep going. Okay, so the second group is about to catch me. I move up to the top, and I don't leave. And the 33 just runs right into the side of me and gets back into me and kills me. Just one of those things, when it rains, it pours. Like, I really don't... I stayed in my lane. He was trying to make a move. I couldn't have done anything else. But it is what it is. The caution comes out. And I go back down to pits to fix my repairs. Or to get repairs to fix my car. I get to pass these guys because they were behind me when the wreck happened. So we didn't have that much damage from this wreck. So I get it all fixed up. And I see the pace car. And I think I'm Lightning McQueen. Right? I think, oh, I'm not in the pacing line. I'm just going to go around the pace car. And guess what? That's super dumb. I should not have done that. That ends with me getting a black flag, and I have to go sit and hold for 40 seconds in the pits. But they don't tell you until the green flag comes out, you know? And so, instead of like going and serving it right when everything starts, I like do an extra lap. Just to like really let everyone get up to speed. So, I'm 6 laps down at this point. After my penalty, I go down to 8 or 9. I believe 9. No, it's 9. Because I sit at 9 laps down for like the rest of the race. Until the very, very end. There's too many people ahead of me to get lucky dogs. And there's too many people. And the thing is, the person will like get the lucky dog, but they'll be so far off pace that they'll get relapped. And then a caution will come out and they'll get the lucky dog again. And it was so frustrating. But that's fine. So actually the best possible thing happens for me when I'm serving my penalty. Air Force One takes off in the background, you can see it. But we have a caution. The pace car leaves. Which saves me like at least a lap. And I'm so happy. I'm still here serving my penalty. But at least, I mean, I do go down another lap, but if there wasn't a caution, I'm going down another lap, right? So I'm on lap 17. The leaders are on lap 24. So I'm 7 laps down at this point, which is impressive because that's a third of the race. I'm a third of the race down. We exit the pits and we go line up with everyone. On the right side, I don't need to pit. I have enough fuel. I have like no laps on my tires. Some people are going to pit, and that kind of makes everything up, but I'm so far back it doesn't really matter. So here we are. Penalty is served, and we are going into the next restart. Oh, speaking of Lightning McQueen, there he is. Hey, and that's the guy who wrecked me earlier. Also, this 88 car is actually the number 3, and that really confused me for parts of this when I had to line up behind him, and I did not see a 3 car. Man, we're, an 8th into the race. I'm already a third of the current race down, but we just hop straight into the bottom line, and we just want to run. I just want to get as many laps done as I can. And hopefully, in my head, I can still get laps back with cautions. I was foolish for believing that, but in my head, I can still do it. All right, race lap 34. I'm lap 27, and the leader just gets spun out by the guy in second, and there's some collateral damage. But that brings out another caution. I'm not the lucky dog, sadly. But it is what it is. We survived another wreck. That's always a plus. The 6 goes spinning out. But he saves it. Not too bad. Okay, race lap 38. 2 leaders stayed out. Everyone else pit, but 2 leaders, so we couldn't get a wave around and gain a lap back. That would have been too easy for us. But we come to the race start. Just another one. And it's going to be a bunchless race. And someone's spinning through the infield. Number 6. He already had his issues. I think he just got turned. But don't believe there's any caution, and we just keep going. It's weird. Sometimes, like, front stretches don't get cautions. Like, front stretch wrecks. It doesn't really make sense to me. But if I was number 6, I know I would have wanted a caution. Would have saved me a lot. Well, not number 6. We're just running in our line. Race lap 43. I'm in this 4-car pack. And the 4 decides, you know, I want to make some progress. And so I go with him. I need to catch up a little bit, but I go high with him. That car decides, I'm going to try and block both lanes. He doesn't commit to it. And we make a little bit of progress. It's going to be a multi-lap battle. It's actually not a multi-lap battle, but a multi-corner battle. We go into 1 and 2. Me and 4 have this top line rolling. 21 comes up a little bit, scares me. I get outside the draft. Just a smidge, not enough to matter, but enough to make me go up a little bit. In the 4, he blocks off the 13 and then comes back up. He helps me clear. The 21 hops behind me too, and he gains a spot. I'm just glad the 4 didn't leave me out to dry. Although the 21 probably would have pushed me to the front, or pushed me, I don't know if to the front, but definitely back to behind the 4. And so there's a little battle for us, a little bit of entertainment. And we just keep running in our little pack of 4. As you can see from the 21, like, he's damaged. We're all kind of off the pace a little bit because we're outside the main group, but we do catch. There's this group of 2 in front of us. In case you need to remember the crocodiles, 4 is greater than 2, and so we're going faster than that group of 2. I'm giving him a little push there. I'm right on his bumper. I always back off. I probably back off a little bit too much in the corner, but the last thing I want to do is push him too hard in the corner and make him spin around, especially when he's on the lead lap. I'm not. I have nothing to lose at this point. He has a lot to lose. And so we keep doing our little thing of 4. The 13 like looks out occasionally. I don't know if he's doing that on purpose, see if he can get a run, or if he's just doing that because he just takes the corner, like doesn't steer as tight. We're catching up to this group of 2. This little tandem draft we have going on. Me and 4. We were actually working quite well together for a lot of the race. Until we get separated, it's pretty much me and this guy for a long, long time. We just get separated from like restarts and stuff. But we're making good time. There's a bigger group behind us, which is less than ideal. We're making time on these 2, and putting them between us and the lead lap group would be best. It's just one more group they have to pass before lapping us. They keep it low. We have a lot of momentum behind us. It amazes me how much like just the air matters. The 4 sticks it behind the 7, and then we just go to the outside. There's no real stopping us. They can't really do much. The 7 tries to sneak his way in. He decides to stay behind a 31. Me and the 4, we just run this high line. I backed off a little too much. I don't love being on his bumper in a corner with someone on our inside. It's just not my favorite thing I've ever done. The 13, he kind of abandons us. He decides, I'm going to switch between whichever lane is better for me. And guess what? I get wrecked again. Isn't it crazy? Like, I don't do anything wrong and I just get wrecked. Like, it blows my mind. The 33, or the 31, sorry, just comes up. And that's when I get separated from the 4. But I don't know what he's doing. We're going to go take a look at that again, and then we'll keep going. So here we are, we're coming out of the trioval. I'm up. I think the 7 gets a little bit of the 31's bumper, but it's uncanny how often this just makes me, like, get wrecked. I do nothing wrong, and then I'm just in the wall. Which is less than ideal. I have to go get damage fixed again. And that just puts us more laps down, as per usual. Here we come to the next restart. I had someone look at my damage. It wasn't that bad. I mean, I was just like pinched into the wall. So I didn't go in and pit. So I stay 7 laps down. One more restart. What could go wrong, right? That front right of my car is just torn up. That beautiful Bandoni blue gone. But the setting sun actually provided a lot of cool, like, it looks really cool. And it's pretty cool to, like, look at when it gets darker. Golden hour, if you will. This 29 car is the one I went across the nose of when my spotter told me I was clear. But I'm back here with my boy, the 4. We love it. We've got a decent pack behind us. I tell the 4, hey, if you want to get past us, I will get past him. I'm right behind you. I'll push you wherever you want to go. And I get up a little bit. You can see in some of the corners, I drag a little bit because of my damage. I let a couple sparks fly and it looks cool. I'm just waiting for the 4 to make a move. I'm content. I'm laps down. I'll just stay in this line. If the 4 wants a push, though, I'll push the 4. I'm not above it. The 29, kind of giving me a push. I'm just kind of... I never trust anyone enough to let them get close to me in the corners. Like, I'm just waiting to get killed. We've got a nice little group here. And we'll go to the next exciting part. Alright, so the 29 kind of bumped us up in the last couple laps, so we lost a couple spots, but that's going to do us pretty good here, because carnage ensues in the main pack. We're going, kills the 29, but we make it through unscathed. For once in my life, I make it through a wreck unscathed. Nothing happened. I just make it through. Miracles do happen. Alright, we've jumped ahead quite a bit, because there's a lot of just green flag racing. I've made my way up into, like, these are the leading 4, and then right behind me is the 5th guy. And so, we're going like this for a couple laps. I get out of the way, because I don't want to be in the way of the fight for the top 5, right? And then I just hop back in. Number 18, I follow for the whole time, pretty much. And we're on lap like 140 at this point. I'm still 7-9 down, whatever I am. And yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. We've done a couple green flag pit stops, or at least one green flag pit stop, and then just regular, caution stops. There's been a couple wrecks. I have made my way up to 15th at this point because people quit and people crash out. And so I am in positive iRating territory at this moment. So I just wanted to update the, me letting them by and where we're at in the race. I lied. I have made my way up to 7th. I'm living my best life. This is as high as I could possibly get with, like, how everything's going. And I'm pretty happy with 7th at the moment. That's why, like, these top 5, and then there's one guy who's like 1 or 2 laps down. I think he was like 4 laps down, and then a caution would come out, so he'd get the lucky dog, and then he'd go down 2 more laps, and so I could just never catch up to him, which was really frustrating, but it's fine. I'm in 7th, and the golden hour glow on my car is beautiful. Lap 163, the leader gets spun going to pit. The front 2, they hit each other, and so now this group is the top 3. I would be in 4th positionally because we have to go to green flag pit stops here soon. The most annoying part of this race is if I wasn't 7 laps down, I am in 4th place right now. Which is so annoying because, like, the only thing, I went 2 laps down because I was cleared by my spotter and then I wasn't clear. And then I went another couple laps down because of my Lightning McQueen black flag moment. So, but the rest of the laps and the laps that are to come weren't my fault. It's just kind of annoying. There's another car going for the green flag pit stop. I'm going to go with the 18 and the guy in front of the 18. We've had this planned out. We're going at lap 165, which would give us all an extra few laps of fuel if there was like going to be an overtime. And that's that. So we'll go to our green flag pit stops. Alright, we're coming in for our green flag pit stops. And we come down. I get way wide. I don't want to touch anyone on the lead lap. I want them to run their thing. And the top two spin themselves out coming into pit road. So positionally, right now, I'm in first place. Which is so frustrating to know that I could have won this race. I really could have. Yeah, you can see all the pit boxes cleared out. And here I am in the second pit box. I take 4 in tires. I take 4 tires in fuel because it takes to fill up your car, it takes about the same amount of time as it does to get 4 tires, and I go. The 18 gets out a little bit ahead of me because I overshot my pit box once again. And at this point, I've decided I'm doing everything in my power for the 18 to win this race because I'm 7 laps down. It doesn't matter to me. But the 18, he'd been a homie all day. So I do everything I can to make sure he wins this race. Lap 173, like I said, I'm doing everything I can to make sure the 18 wins this race. I'm on his bumper, I'm pushing him. I'm doing everything I can to make sure he can get around as many people as possible. So the second one in that group of 3 is the 10. The 10 has been a problem all day. He's been giving really bad pushes that have like almost spun people out or have spun people out. And so we're really conscious about where he is on the racetrack. This guy, the 20, is just on the top, just chilling like he is. It's fine, you know. We've got the 15 Zin car right in front of us. And I'm doing everything I can for the 18. The Zin car moves up. The 18 takes the inside line. We draft. I'm just trying to make sure I can get the 18 to the front. He is in the front. He is in first place right now. But to make sure he can... There's another group of 2 cars that are coming to win. There's like 4 or 5 cars in the lead lap. And there's another, they're about 4 seconds behind us. So I'm just doing everything I can to make sure we can pass as many cars to get through. So the car right in front of the 10, the 24 Rusty's car, he is the last car on the lead lap. And the 18 is the leader. And so he's going to end up blocking the 18, which is less than ideal. Because we want to get past him. And I understand the 24 wants to stay on the lead lap. The 18 makes a move to get around the 10. I follow him up there. Like I said, I am pushing this guy to do... I want him to win the race. He'd been a homie the whole time. And I had no reason to not want him to win. So I'm doing everything I can. The 24 comes up to block because he wants to stay on the lead lap. Hawking comes out and he's on the lead lap. He's got a serious chance to win. Especially when there's only 4 or 5 cars on the lead lap. Which left me with a problem. I was now behind the 10 until I wasn't. I had to follow the 10 up just to keep the draft. I wanted to be behind the 18. See, that push in the corner on just the right half of his bumper, those are the kind of pushes that wreck people. And I really didn't want the 18 to be wrecked. So I needed to get between the 10 and the 18. That was my primary objective. And he moves up. I go ahead. He goes way up. I didn't touch him. And I go ahead, go down, which puts me between the 18 and the 10. And then I'm going to get the brunt of the 10's pushes. He'll catch up and he'll just give me the worst pushes. And I'm telling him that second pack was the other leader that was coming to get him. And the 10's giving me these pushes that are like gonna wreck me. And I'm telling him to stop. He obviously doesn't have a microphone, or he's just choosing not to listen to people. Whatever. It's kind of annoying, but it's fine. And he's just giving me these pushes. The 18 goes up, which wasn't ideal. But I let up a little bit to let the 18 back behind me. At this point, we're kind of just deciding to ride behind the 24. And this is how it goes for the next couple laps. So we're going to go ahead to the last troubled part. So a couple laps go by, and the 10 just wrecks me again. Well, he hasn't wrecked me, but I just get wrecked again. And I apologize to the 18 because I can't do anything for him now. My car's messed up. I'm crab walking. My steering wheel's so messed up. I have to go take it down into the pits. And I end up, because no caution comes out, I end up 14 or 15 laps down. And so the 10 was also the position right behind me. And the only way he was going to get up to 7th was if I went more laps down. So I don't want to call it malicious, but it definitely could have been. I'm just trying to stay out of the way, go to the pits, and this is going to be, I'd come out and run more green flag laps, but that's going to be the end of it for me. We're going to focus on the 18 and his battle for the lead now. So lap 181, the 2 is the car in second place. He has a group of 4 cars behind him, and he just goes ahead and passes the 18. They battle it out for a second. This car kind of gets in the way. It doesn't do much. The 4, what a guy. But, yeah, the 18 gets passed. He's running second place now, and I thought because I got wrecked out, because I wasn't able to give him the pushes, I thought it was all my fault. It was the 10's fault. But I felt kind of bad, because I really wanted him to win. So he drops back to second, and that's that for now. So the 18 is trying to make another run, and the 24 gets down, gets low, and the 18 has to put himself into the wall to avoid getting destroyed, which isn't ideal. Caution comes out. We're racking up the field. There's less than 20 to go. It's going to be a shootout. So we're coming to green. We're going to have a 10-lap shootout to decide who wins this Daytona 500. The 5 needs to get on the 18's bumper. There we go. And here we go. It's green. The 18, he's in second place right now. Well, almost third place, but second place. The 5 isn't really giving him much help, but now the 36 isn't helping the 2 too much either. The 5 drops down, which is less than ideal for the 18. The 5's got to watch out for his own race, but that isn't exactly what the 18 wanted to see. The 24 jumps out, which I don't really understand why he would do that. The 18 catches up. He takes 4th place. And the 24 gets back into line. So 9 to go at the line. That was not the restart the 18 wanted. Alright, the 18 has fallen back. He's still in second because of, the 3 other cars are lapped. The 2 gets shuffled out to the outside, which is less than ideal. The 18 is able to make up a lot of time with those 2 fighting. He gets in the draft, and the 2 gets left alone. He is stuck up top. He's trying to side draft. It's not helping. This is 5 laps to go. The 2 is still stuck on the outside. The 18 is making a run. He is caught up to the group. And the 2 just tries to shove himself in there. I don't know if he purposely tries to wreck the 18 or if he just knew this is his last chance. He probably could have waited and jumped behind the 18 in order to, and then try and make a move on him. But he did what he did, and he effectively takes himself out of the race. So the 18 goes along to win this split of the Daytona 500. If you guys have made this far and enjoyed this, please make sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If you have any suggestions on how to make it better, please tell me. I'm always open for suggestions. If you watched it, I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. And congratulations to the 18 for winning. I wish I could have been up there with you, but the 10 had other plans. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye.